Typically with daylighting, it's a bit of a dance as well, and it's definitely an integrated piece because windows, glazing, have less insulation than a wall. And if we want an energy efficient building, we want, ideally you'd want a lot of walls, but that doesn't make a great space for people to be in. Not to mention you don't get to take advantage of the natural light coming in and reduce, your electrical use for lighting.
The building will be occupied 24/7 by staff, and so supervision was an important key factor. So the ground floor being glazed and open to the courtyard doubles, bring in the natural light, but also provides that security. The electrical engineers, they implemented a number of sustainable features, and one of them is occupancy sensors in the building to control lighting so that you're not always relying on someone to turn off the switch, and when people leave, the lights turn off. There's a big onus on the contractor to prove out how various lead points are achieved, and it has to do with the products that they're bringing onto the site, how they manage the site, materials, diverting materials from landfill to recycle depots and things. So Advocates was there to check their way bills and monitor and make sure that they're actually achieving the goals that we set out in the beginning.
On a LEED project, we need a contractor who will provide a plan that says, this is where all of our metals are going, this is where all of our wood is going, this is how we're going to handle waste on site. Whatever leaves the site is recorded, it's weighed, and there's a weigh bill system. And so we're able to then see how much has been recycled and how much goes to the landfill. This project in particular had a deconstruction, a demolition, and even that process, we were able to divert 96% of waste from the landfill.
One of the other lead points that we were going after was through landscape. We're building a fairly large footprint on the site, so we wanted to put back as much greenery as we could.
When you take a piece of property and you were going to put a lot of hard surfaces on it, driveways, we've got roofs, all of the rain that falls goes to drains and then out to the municipal drainage system. When you don't have a lot of landscaping in the building which absorbs that water, when we do get a heavy rainfall, it can put a burden on the central municipal system. So we design things to hold off a big rush of water going to the municipal system, and there's a few ways we do that. One is with storing water on the roof. So when it rains on the roof, we'll try and hold back as much water as possible and allow it to slowly go off the roof rather than a rush.
So above the parking garage is all planted in the back corner with 2 feet of soil, and there's some trees and planting. So it actually creates a nice buffer to the neighbors and gives back a bit to the neighbors. So to help shore up that grade change, we have a number of boulders, so water drains away from the building, but it also drains inward away from the property line, captures that water, and then it's filled with indigenous plants that would help filter the water as it moves its way through the site.